great comics coming up. This next guy is his first time doing comedy, but he's an amazing guy. He's an amazing friend to Watering Seeds. This guy is amazing. He actually was born with no legs, and he played baseball with Darryl Strawberry. He actually tried out for the Dallas Cowboys, okay? He really had a chance. He played football. It's amazing what he's accomplished. But you know one thing he's never done? Comedy. Guess what he's doing tonight? It's comedy. Please put your hands together for Mr. Dave Stevens, everybody. Let him hear it. And he's won 7 Emmy Awards, too, right, Eddie?
Adapt and overcome.
So, hello everybody. Yes, I'm Dave Stevens, and let's just go ahead and get this out of the way right out of the front side, because I know what you're thinking. He's much better looking in person, so thank you very much. And no, we're going to address the elephant in the room. Obviously, I have a big nose. And it's okay, I can live with that. But no, I was born without legs. This is how I was born. I always say, this is my normal. And I know you don't judge a book by its cover, because if you look in a wheelchair, you feel sorry for me. But as my buddy Jay said, I've done these amazing things in life. And that's why I'm here to tell you a little bit about, the things that I've done in my life and how it relates to my life. And I know a lot of you women are now looking at me going, I wonder. Yes, ladies, it does drag the ground when I walk, so the only person you've ever met probably that can say that his penis touches the ground. And I know you men are out there jealous too, but it's okay. And that's kind of helped me in life, because curiosity killed the cat, and it's kind of helped me with all that curiosity. But the worst part is being born with such a large penis that I had to have reduction surgery. So, can you imagine me walking? So again, thanks to a doctor, I've been fixed up, and I'm in a lot better position, But not having legs is not the worst thing that could happen in life, because, as Jay said, I played college football, I played high school football. So when you're down low on the ground like that, you've got a really good angle for the cheerleaders that walk by, right? So again, we're not supposed to look straight in, their parts and things, but when the cheerleaders are right in front of you and you're looking at them and you're trying to have a conversation, you're like, you might need a razor there. I think you need to pick up a little spot. But it's so amazing. And then when you're sitting there on the college football field and the cheerleaders start walking by, and they're walking by, and you're just looking, and she walks by, and you're looking, and then she walks by, and you're like, ooh. Could use a little cleaning there. But yeah, down on the low ground, I get those kind of things all the time in my face, body parts. Because when I'm this low, I'm seeing you guys at those kind of low levels, and that's what I have to look at. And in my entire life, I have been stared at. But I always say, if I'm going to be stared at, I might as well give them a show. So I've given you guys a show all my life by playing sports, but now getting in TV and the things that I've done at ESPN over the years, I get to meet celebrities. In fact, in San Diego, we were in this amazing mindset thing where it was all kinds of entrepreneurs and things that we got to be a part of, and Julio was there. If you know who Julio is, he's a famous rapper, gangster in paradise, and here he is showing up to play golf, and I'm like, Julio, sit down next to me, let's talk. We have a lot in common. I've been in a gang all my life. I've been in the Crips for 55 years. You can laugh at that, it's okay. You can't make fun of yourself, But, that's the kind of life that I've had to live. If you can't make fun of yourself, because I could sit around and cry and feel sorry for myself, And my mom tonight, she even called me and said, break a leg. That was my mom. So, if you get my sense of humor and you understand where I'm coming from, then you'll understand that I've overcome a lot. But that's okay, because now I get to be a part of Watering Seeds, where we get to give back and we get to do these amazing things that help veterans. We give wheelchairs to people, but I'm in a wheelchair myself. And, these things that I continue to do and show and try to impress. But, a lot of you out there, how many of you have been pissed off in your life? Let's just raise your hand, right? You've all been pissed off? Well, I've been pissed off a lot because of the things that happen. But I want to take you back to my high school, when I was in high school playing football. And in those days, we're talking in the early 80s, we only had cold water in our locker rooms when we were showering. So again, I'm on the ground when I'm getting my shower done, and it's kind of cold. And we got this guy on the team, his name was Beefo Sanders. That was really his name is Beefo. Big, huge, heavy-set guy. And, we're done with practice, and I'm in the shower. And again, like I said, it's cold. And I feel all of a sudden this warmth on my head. And you can kind of go imagine where I'm going with this. So I'm feeling like, this is really warm. This is not like the water that we have here. And I turn around and look, and here's people, ho, 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 and he is urinating on my head, right? So instinctively, I just kind of balled up my little fist, and I reached out and I punched him from where the stuff was coming out of, right? So Beefo goes on the floor, and he's rolling around because he's just been hit where he shouldn't. And the old coach comes out, Ralph Moran. And picture a guy who'd been teaching shop a lot of years, missing a few fingers and stuff, one of those kind of guys. And he comes out and they go, what the heck happened? And they said, Beefo peed on Stevens' head. What did Stevens do? He punched him in the nuts. Turned around with his hand and said, justice served. And he walked away. And nobody ever did anything like that again. You understand that if it's bullying, if it's inclusion, but at the time it was just the wrong thing to do. So I've been pissed off, and I've literally been pissed on. And I think I choose to be pissed off a little more. So, it's one of those things that being a father too, I have 3 boys. They're all wonderful, healthy, tall, have legs. They did not get my legs. So it's okay that they get to go out and live their life. And I've just tried to show them it's as normal, especially when we go shopping and we hear a lot of these things. We hear people say, he's a freak, he's a monster, and some of them are funny. Hey, is that the guy from Game of Thrones? You get all those kind of things. Well, just this week, and this is a true story, I'm coming into a Walmart, and a mother and a kid are coming out of Walmart, and she's pushing the cute little 4-year-old, and the cute little 4-year-old is staring at me, as they always do. I'm so good looking. And so they're coming out, and the mother is pushing the cart, and the little girl goes, Mommy, look at that man, he has no legs. And the mom says, ooh, isn't that scary? Now that wasn't really funny. It kind of weirded me out because I'd never heard anything, but a parent to tell somebody with a disability is scary is not the wrong thing. But ironically, I go out to my parking lot, I get in my van, I see she's behind me, and I accidentally backed into her. That's okay, her hip's not broken. No, I didn't back into her. But the moral of the story is, when you see someone like me, and I've tried to give you a little comedy, and this is the first time I've ever done it. Don't judge me. Just look at the gifts that I have on the outside. Being born without legs is the greatest thing that could have happened to me. And I try to tell people that it's my gift. And if you guys don't utilize your gifts, and I'm not talking about giving money, if you don't utilize the gifts that you have every day to go out and give 100%, and if you see a guy without legs and you say, wow, Dave Stevens did so much more, what's my excuse? So next time you see somebody, don't give them pity, give them empathy, show them respect, hire somebody. I heard hiring the handicapped, they're fun to watch. That doesn't work anymore in this day and age. But you know what I'm talking about is hiring the handicapped. You can give them those opportunities that I didn't get, and so many people like our veterans that have suffered through PTSD and the traumatic things that they're going through. We have to continue to give back, and that's why Give Bucks is so important. Merging with Watering Seeds and being a big part of trying to go out and help change the world. It's just what we have to do. So I'm done with my sit down. It's not stand up, it's sit down. And I appreciate you guys kind of bearing through me and the grounds and the moans and everything like that. But really, thank you guys for coming out today. Really, really